Today we're making a one-pan spiced chickpea and potatoes served on top of a vegan tzatziki. This dish has a symphony of flavors that hit all the right notes. Crispy, creamy, and incredibly satisfying. All right, let's get into what you'll need to start the roasting process. You're gonna need some chickpeas, about 2 cans, a few potatoes, or maybe just one large one, some olive oil, garlic, a few seasonings, and a lemon. So I season like my mom, so when I say a few seasonings, it's probably like, I don't know, 5 or 20. I'm starting with my potatoes. These are the hardest to cut, so I like to get them out the way. I chop them into small cubes, making sure to keep it uniform. This way, it all cooks at the same time. You want to keep those cubes just about 1 inch or a bit smaller. Next, dice your cucumbers. Here's the method I go through to cut them. They turn out into small triangles, and then I follow that up by simply halving my cherry tomatoes. The tomatoes we're gonna be adding at the end for a burst of flavor. If you don't have these on hand, no worries. But when you get a chance to add them, they are lovely. Next, let's drop in some herbs. I'm using fresh parsley and fresh dill. Pro tip, that's gonna save you on waste as well. When cutting the dill, this is gonna go into the yogurt, so I like to keep the stems on. They've got this crunch, almost like celery, that gives the sauce like this really nice texture, you know, a good mouthfeel. And now the garlic, somewhere between 4, maybe 6 cloves, you know, depending on what you feel. I used 5 cloves because if a family meeting isn't called over how strong the garlic is, it's not really dinner at my house. In a small bowl, we're doing 2 teaspoons cumin, 1 teaspoon coriander, a ½ teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon turmeric, ½ teaspoon black pepper, ½ teaspoon cinnamon, ½ teaspoon dill, a ½ teaspoon cloves. Ooh, this is the spice blend that will make mama proud, but dad sing. This spice blend is warm, a touch earthy, but in a great way, and smells like you're doing something way more complicated than you actually are. Okay, let's drag this large bowl in, and with our potatoes already cubed and in the bowl, we're gonna add in our 2 cans of chickpeas. We're gonna add in a generous amount of olive oil. I would say 3 to 4 tablespoons. And then I like to stir to get everything coated. Right behind that, I squeeze my lemon juice. Now, add in your spice mix. But here's the trick. I like to add half, stir everything together really well, and then add in the second half. That way, the flavor makes it into every single bite. Spread everything onto a parchment-lined baking tray. This part's important. Get everything into a, nice even layer on the tray and give it a little bit of space. If you crowd the tray, then you're gonna do more of like a steaming process. And what we wanna do is roast them. You know, the soft potatoes in the inside, but has like the crazy crispy edges. Love those. Roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes for that perfect golden finish. While that's roasting, let's talk about this cucumber yogurt sauce, which is kind of like tzatziki, just without the oil. It's cool, it's tangy, it's packed with herbs. The perfect contrast for the hot roasted veggies that we're gonna top it with. Okay, in a bowl, I did 2 cups of my favorite non-dairy yogurt. You could certainly cut this in half and have plenty of tzatziki for the whole dish. Okay, quick kitchen confession. I actually forgot to add my minced garlic to the roasting tray at first. So I pulled it back out, threw it on there, and popped it back in. It worked out just fine. Kitchen mistakes happen, right? We just roll with it. Okay, add about 1 clove of garlic, about 2 tablespoons fresh dill, 1 tablespoon fresh parsley, just about a ½ cup cucumbers, 2 teaspoons lemon zest, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, a ½ teaspoon sea salt. Mix it up until it's creamy and pretty much speckled with green flecks of herby freshness. Okay, pull the tray out of the oven. The potatoes should be golden. You can use a fork to test them to make sure they're good. And the chickpeas, fairly crispy. You're gonna love this duo. Serve it hot over a bed of that cucumber yogurt. Top it with cherry tomatoes and some pine nuts if you got them. Crispy, creamy, herby, citrus, all the adjectives. It's so good. There it is, crispy chickpeas, roasted potatoes, and that herby tzatziki. Pulling it all together. It's simple, it's bold, and it's one of those meals that you feel like you put a lot of time and effort into, but you actually didn't. The full recipe can be found linked in the description, or head on over to my website, vegandairyfree.com. Whether you tried this recipe or you just came here to get inspired to cook something, I appreciate you for being here. Until next time, believe in good. Peace. My therapist told me, embrace your chickpeas and potatoes. So I tried to spice things up. Literally. That was so bad.